So, I am very happy to be welcoming Mr. Plume here this evening, and I know you're going to give him warm, attentive ears and warm, attentive applause. I've seen Alabaster perform many a time, and he is incredibly creative, incredibly versatile, incredibly witty. I said, how would you like me to introduce you? And he said, say I'm a twat. And then he danced off like this.
It's true.
It's true. So I've regaled that story, but that's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to say quite the opposite. I'm going to say that he's lovely. So I ask you to give him a lovely round of applause. Let's make Alabaster feel welcome.
Hello everybody. I'm a lovely twat. Good evening. You're doing very well. You're doing very well, and it's not always easy, is it? How are you feeling?
Okay, I'm pretty good.
You're okay. You're doing better than that. I am such a twat that I am about to stand here and tell you a poem about the inside of a heart. That's how silly this gets. Well, it gets sillier than that, doesn't it? It's ugly. The inside of a heart. Desperate. Shadows and nooks and crannies and pulsing. It looks like it wants a David Attenborough voiceover, that thing inside of it, where anything could be suddenly found, peeping out, or worse, nothing in the pitiless caverns. What a red and black thing to move all by itself. Rhythmic but unfathomable. Warm but somehow inhuman. The big bad meat at the center. It doesn't stop, you know. Well, sometimes it does. But it doesn't want to. It would bring the end of everything with its hunger and go on, pumping like a stupid, horny dog, pumping at itself, against everything else. What is it so angry about? To go on living like that? It's doing it now. No one asked it to. We can't call that work, can we? And it's not recreation. What is it doing? What does it want? Will it come to rest when it's finally satisfied? Will it give up crying and look around at all the friends it has that are happy enough just oozing? Just sitting still secreting? Is it the only child in the jumble sale of ourselves? Is it just too stubborn to shut up and go to bed? I would call it an animal, but I know too well it is mine. On all its wants mine to see to, on all its mess my mess, on all its songs my songs, on all its holes and empty parts my own. I would call it a beast, a strange flailing alien, but then I'd have to call being a stone. Thank you. Thank you. It's lovely to stand before you in this way, ridiculous as it is. I do more and more of this all the time, and it doesn't get any less ridiculous. You sit there and all face me and shut up and listen to me. And then when I've finished speaking, you tell me how awesome I am.
What a twat.
What a twat, I think to myself. But it's lovely. There's nothing like it. I mean, a lot of you guys do it, so you know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything more ridiculous or wonderful than this. Aren't you still and quiet? I'm used to music audiences, and you have to scream at them to get them to stop screaming at each other. Thank you for your patience. Let me tell you, well, I'll just tell you. When I can't get to sleep, I dream about going away, about leaving my friends and not coming back, and what they would say, of how they would miss me, and how they would hurt, and how in the end they'd be okay. I even do admin. I make plans for the bills, the belongings, the projects, the problems. I tie them all up. I put them to sleep. And I leave. And someone would even come looking. And I'd tell her I'd left. Because I love you all so. And this would be a lie. And both of us would know. When I can't get to sleep, I dismantle my world. And I make sure you suffer. And I make sure it's bad. And soon I am sleeping before I have time to be glad. I'm not trying to brag about the fact that I seem to be the only one with alcohol in this room.
You bastard!
Twat is the word. We're going with
The only one.
you sucker! Cheers. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. Would anyone like my wine? No one wants my wine. They've seen who's had it. I'm going to put it there. Yes, they are all miserable poems. I've come to make you miserable. I have a fucking wonderful time. I'm not here to brag about that either, but I must say it must be easier for me than it is for most people, or at least I prefer to consider it that way. I think it would be rude otherwise, because I'm still alive and I'm all right, you know, and you're all paying attention to me, so I must be doing okay somehow. When I told a friend recently I was trying to describe my state of mind, I've been in a very particular state of mind recently. I'm not going to go into details, that's none of your business. But I will speak pretentiously and vaguely about it, because that's my business. I was trying to describe my state of mind to a friend recently, and all I could say that I was exhausted from relief, and that's a good thing, by the way, if you can't tell. Is someone calling me? No. Exhausted from relief. Perhaps a week before that, I wrote this poem. It goes, do you think you'll be relieved? Do you think a cloud will pass and the warmth return to you? Do you think you'll see trees and have the bricks brushed away as light as sand, and the day, do you think it'll climb through an opening in the chasm? Do you think your hand will be taken and your whole self follow up through the ground of your weariness, your doubt, your gasps that go unspoken in the unshuddering depths of your sleep? Do you think you'll be relieved? Do you think you are reaching an arm into the night, a cry of teeth gnashing against each other, against the burrowing, soft, unknown fate? Miserable. Yeah. You're doing very well, everybody. You have no idea how well you're doing. It's very good. You're beautiful, actually. My lips, they are for whiskey and for wine. Tell me if you're listening. Tell me once again what I hear them whispering. Is it so? Is it so? Is it so? Have I not been waiting for a friend, not deliberating? Tell me once again if I have a brother. Do I know? Do I know? Do I know? Teach me how to shudder if you can. I know just what I'm doing, and I'm a stupid man. But tell me, bold and foolish, are you free? Are you free? Are you free? Tell me with your tongue, is there nothing of me when you're gone? When you're gone? When you're gone? When you're gone? You don't sound miserable enough. Keep going. You'll get there. I'm just kidding. I'd like to tell you, none of us have any alcohol, but we do like drinking, don't we? Don't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. No, I'm not drinking. I was in the middle of a load of work somewhere, and I was in that special state of mind that you get after when you're still drunk.